All right, ladies and gents, something that I think everyone has done, and that's buy something online. Just some quick tips that they'd like you to know. Make sure you know what you're buying, when it's going to be delivered, any warranty information before you do that. The other thing, and I'm sure most of you guys are aware of this, make sure that your server is secure. So make sure there's an S before or after the protocol on the URL. That just means that it's a secure service, the information is encrypted, all that stuff. Use a credit card when you buy things online if you have one, simply because the fraud protection is great, and you have the ability to dispute charges if you're not happy with them. Okay. Now, another thing, you can use a escrow service like PayPal or something like that, and that will hold your money until all the services and things have been received. And just make sure you keep all your information handy. All right, you can print it and file it away. You print it like to a PDF and keep it on your computer, things like that. So just make sure you're aware of what you need to do when you're shopping online to make sure you protect yourself. Um, this is a big one that has gained much more prevalence lately, and that's to get a single use number, and you can do that through your bank or through your credit card company. And really, what it does is it allows you to buy something with just a number that's good for a certain period of time or a certain number of purchases, usually one, and that just allows you to not put your information out there. Um, the other thing is know who you're buying from. Make sure you know who the seller is, and check the reviews and things like that, and try to trust those. Okay. So as we move on, what to do if it happens? And that guy looks pretty sad. Couple things really. One, make sure you do something right away. Two, make sure that you are tracking your uh, writings and phone calls with the police, with the credit bureaus, all that stuff. Whoever you're talking to, your credit card company, make sure that you're keeping a record of all that stuff. Call all three credit reporting agencies and request that a fraud alert be put on your account. Um, you can follow with a letter sent via certified mail, so you know exactly that they got it, and the letter would just say that you requested a fraud alert be put just to protect yourself. Um, you should close any and all accounts that have been affected or that could be potentially affected by this. One thing that they didn't really talk about before is a good idea is to scan um, the front and back sides of your credit cards, or at least write down the cards and the numbers and all that stuff. So you have a record of those, keep them in a safe spot. So if you do get your wallet stolen, you have all the information readily available, account numbers, all that stuff. Um, the other thing you should do right away is to file a police report, just so your liability is covered, and it also allows you to have a longer fraud alert put on your account. Um, this is a pretty big one um, with the FTC to file a complaint, just because it takes a lot of time, but it just allows you to recoup some of your losses if you have them. Okay. A couple things. The Truth in Lending Act now limits your liability to $50 per stolen card. Some companies will put that at zero as long as you report it in a very timely manner. Um, so what happens if somebody uses your credit card, or there's a purchase on there that you didn't authorize? You have 60 days from receiving the bill, and you have to file, and then from the time you file, there's 90 days to resolve it. Well, they'll investigate it and things like that. If you file one of these things fraudulently, the fines are pretty great. So you can't just go buy something and say, "Well, I didn't buy it; somebody else did." So just be aware of that. Truth in Lending Act limits you to $50 a card. Okay. Um, the other thing that provides protection is the Electronic Funds and Transfer Act. Um, so when you're looking at debit cards and things like that, if you report your loss within 2 days, there's a maximum of $50 that they can charge you, that you're liable for, that you'd have to pay. If it's within 60 days, it's $500. So you want to get this reported right away. If you wait, and you're not diligent and it's over 60 days, you potentially can be liable for every illegal purchase that was made with your account. Um, a good thing to do is to make sure that you call the institution and then send them a letter. Keep a copy of the letter for yourself. Send them a letter, just to make sure that they know you're following up. Okay, and then you want to get new numbers as you go through. Change your passwords, things like that. Okay. Um, if somebody steals your check, sorry about that. You want to stop payment on the check. There's usually about a $10 fee for that. Um, Notify, usually Equifax, who verifies a lot of these checks. Um, and most of the time, you are not responsible for a forged check as long as you didn't have anything to do with it. The bank is. Okay? Finally, now, just three things that you probably should do is, stay alert, be smart about how you're shopping online and where you're putting your stuff, and just be careful because there are people that want that information. So, all right, guys, thank you very much. We will stop right there.